Hey, fifth grade, Mr. Dennison here, and I figured since we were talking money, since each one of you is going to be getting 100,000 imaginary dollars. I was gonna say American dollars, but they're imaginary. You're gonna get 100,000 imaginary dollars to invest in the stock market right over here on my Yahoo Finance page. We're gonna go over some of the stuff there. So I figure I should dress up a little bit for this, stock market people, fancy people. So we gotta rock our tie. This hat is not gonna do. I need my banking hat. I need a stock market hat. If you have a stock market hat, if you got a making that money hat, I think you should go get the hat. Let me change my hat. No. Maybe. Yeah, no. We're closer, but not quite there. Oh, it's ridiculous. America. No. That don't look fancy. It don't look like I'm ready to make that money. Let's see. No. Fabulous, yes. Stock market money, no. Well, that one doesn't even fit. My head's grown over this time period. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's what you call that stock market financial. Let's get to work, shall we? I have pulled up a finance.yahoo.com, which is what you're going to be using to research and get updates on how much money each one of these companies that you're going to be looking at investing in is making. You're going to get $100,000. 100,000 American pretend dollars. Still pretend. Because this is practice, because you're in fifth grade, but at some point in your life, you're going to take your real money and put it in the stock market and make some actual money. So you're going to get this kind of fake money here today, and we're going to put it into the stock market game and practice making money or losing money. We might lose money if you don't make wise investments. So I want to go through this page today and actually what is on this page, what's going on here, because there's a lot of fancy stuff. Some of it you need to know. Some of it you don't need to know. One thing is super clear. I'm crushing it with this hat right now. All right, let's take a look. All right, I'm on Yahoo Finance. Let's just look up a company here because there's a lot going on. I've got news articles on money. I do not want to read that stuff yet. If I scroll down, I've got lots of companies over here on the right. Cryptocurrencies, I'm not worrying about that. Trending tickers. Could be worrying about that. Trending means it's popular right now or people are talking about it. Could be good, could be bad. You know what I'm guessing? Green means good, red means bad. 'Cause I saw Tiger, now I understand. Yep. Most active, that could be important. Stock gainers, ooh, stock losers. That could be nice. Stock losers, I don't know who this guy is. That company is, but they are not doing well. They're definitely a loser company. Why don't we just type in a company here, take a look at the page, and see what we can figure out that they're doing. So why don't we look up, let's see. It's weird, we get a lot of these icons here. You're noticing we're not getting real names. You're gonna notice that a lot. You're not actually, if I search for Nike, ooh, Nike actually is its own company. I was wondering if Nike was its own company or if it was if it was the parent company or if it had another company that was in charge of it. But Nike looks like it is its own company. You'll notice Nike's abbreviation is NKE. Most companies have an abbreviation. Like if you look at Facebook, their abbreviation is FB. If we were to look up Under Armour, let's see. Under Armour is UA. A lot of them are gonna make sense here, but you're gonna see the symbols there instead of the name for most things. Why don't we look at Under Armour right now? It's a Baltimore company. That's a Maryland company. Let's see how they're doing. What? What is all of this stuff? What is all of I'm gonna have to get back to you. I'm gonna go figure this out. Off when you ran away, or when I ran away, or one of us got scared with something that we saw. We were trying to figure out what in the world this was. Oh, sorry, not that. That's clearly a shark horse. We were looking at what this was. All right. And I've done a little research, got a little bit of background here. I'm on my Yahoo Finance, and we're looking at Under Armour. And I kind of want to break down each one of the parts with you, because you're going to be buying some stocks in the upcoming weeks, and we want you to be prepared and buy things that are going to make you the money. Like, that's what we're wanting to do. So up here in the top left corner, you see the number is actually kind of adjusting and changing now, because as we have this, is kind of gets updated live. People are trading stocks and buying and selling stocks of Under Armour right now at the New York Stock Exchange, or something called the NASDAQ Stock Exchange. That's why you see that number change. That black number right there is what it is selling for. One stock would sell for at this point. You see, this is a number for today. It's gone up about 2%. If we're going to estimate that, up about 2% today. It's gone up 1,800 since the start of yesterday's price. You can see, you're looking at today. Looks like it started pretty close. It was selling pretty high here at around 10 at some point during the day today. It's really interesting to see how the price of it changes throughout the day. Now, you do want to look at when the best time to buy something is, or if you're looking at something, looking at Under Armour, going, oh, look at that, they've gone up today. What's really cool here is you can click on 5-day and look at what it's done over the past week to see if this is actually a stock that is doing well, because you're not just buying stocks for one day, you're buying them long term. So you're seeing that 5 days ago, it was down here at 876. So it has definitely gone up, high point of around 10. So in the past 5 days, it's been up. We can look at a month and see what it's done over the past month. Ooh, it had this really low dip here where it got to 6 at one point. It really, and this is affected by what's going on in our country, the amount of money that people are able to spend. People are spending less money right now because they're stuck in their house in quarantine, and people might not be buying as much Under Armour gear right now. You can look at the past 6. Oh, do you see the last 6 months? So it's not doing well. 6 months ago, it was at 18 and 7200s. Wow. 1872 is what it would cost to buy one share, and now it is down to 982. Wow. I want to say the last year. Oh, it's not even more. Like the high point a year ago in January, it was at $19 for just one, and now it's down to 9. Ooh, wow. Wow. Let's look at the 5-year. Y'all, this isn't good. I don't know about buying Under Armour right now. Look at this. 5 years ago, it was selling for $99 for one share. Can you imagine if you bought one share for $99, it's now worth $9? You just lost a lot of money. You just lost a lot of money. But if you can buy shares right now cheap, you hope they go back up. I'm surprised to see Under Armour low right now. I mean, they got the Steph Curry gear, which is pretty slick. I like all of the Rocks stuff that he's got out right now too. There's got to be some reason that's going low. As I'm looking at what it has done, over here in the middle, you see what it opened at, what it's closing at, the cost is closing at. Um, there's some other information here that you really don't need. This one, volume, is interesting. Volume is how much is it being traded. Volume is how much. You've gone over that math a bit. How much is in. So this isn't how loud it is, but this would actually be how much is it being traded. It's interesting. You can actually, the way that Yahoo Finance is set up here, you can go over this people also watch. So people who have looked at Under Armour have often looked at Nike or Starbucks or Twitter or whatever this one here is, or Chipotle. Let's look at Nike. Yo, look at Nike. Are you serious? Let's click on this. Nike is selling for $88.64 for one share. For one share. It opened this morning at $90. So it's gone down a little bit, but it's still a whole lot more expensive, or Nike's worth a whole lot more than Under Armour. And just look at what it's done today. It's gone down today. Let's look at the last 5 days. It's gone down the past 5 days as well. 1 month, oh, it's gone up since a month ago. 6 months, we saw this red on Under Armour as well. And we saw this kind of dip to, oh, it gives you the exact date of when it dipped. That's really cool. If we look at the year to date, how much, starting from January 1, what it's done, or we can look at the past year. If it goes back to today, 1 year ago, it's actually up from where it was 1 year ago. That means it's a good investment for the past year. If we look at the 5-year, it's gone up over the last 5 years. We saw a huge difference. So Nike's a big difference in terms of what it does versus Under Armour. These are tough decisions that you're going to have to make. You're going to have a chance now to look at Yahoo Finance, and I would suggest you go up into the search bar and you just start searching for companies that you are interested in purchasing in, and in your journal kind of keeping track of what it is that they are doing. Company. So if I want to think about, let's look at Pepsi. The code for that is PEP. If I want to look for Coke, Coke. Ooh, Coke actually just has some Coke. Let's see, the Coca-Cola Company. Coca-Cola. We want the Coca-Cola Company, which is KO. This is why this is important to have this Yahoo Finance here. It's going to give us a lot of the logos there. Looks like Coke is selling for $47.52, and it's gone up over today. Let's look at the past 5 years. It's gone up over the past 5 years. Now you're going to be playing this game for about 2 months here until mid-June. So you want to look at how much it's going to change in a month or two. I know I've been talking at you a long time here. I want to give you now some time to look and search for different companies that you might be interested in. Let's say Sony. There's SNE. There's an abbreviation for Sony. I wonder if we did PlayStation, what would happen? So PlayStation does not come up, or it says private here. Private means it's privately owned, meaning they're not selling stocks. It means the person who owns that company is, I guess, my company. I ain't sharing it with nobody. That's what your private would be. But PlayStation, we know, is a brand connected to the company Sony. So you want to look up companies here. So take some time, search around. There are some great things that you could, if you just come back to the home page here, you can scroll over on the right side and look at the trending tickers, look at the most active tickers, the ones that are gaining, the ones that are losing. GEOF is just Ford, so a car company. Just get an idea of some things that you might want to go ahead and buy some stocks in.